Welcome the legendary T-Pain!
If the 2000s had a signature sound, much of it was thanks to T-Pain. His distinct style was hard to overlook, not only because of his frequent use of autotune, but also how he blurred the line between singing and rapping, which established him as one of the most unforgettable figures in music. Rob Markman sat down with T-Pain on March 19th for the first Genius Level of 2019 to celebrate the legacy of one of the most influential artists in hip-hop and R&B.
At the end of the day, your DNA is kind of one of the biggest artists today.
People can say, oh, no, I was listening to this guy. I wasn't even listening to you. But yeah, but that guy got that shit from me. So
right. The DNA is in there. Like,
T-Pain began as a member of the Nappy Heads, a Tallahassee rap group that gave him his start in hip-hop.
Your boy T-Pain, a.k.a. Teddy Pender ass down. Represent Tallahassee 850 to the fullest, dog.
After a few local hits, T-Pain quickly signed with Akon's Konvict Music as a solo act and dropped his debut studio album, Rappa Ternt Sanga, in 2005 featuring I'm Sprung, which began as a song for Akon.
And I showed it to him, and at the time, I think he had, he was doing stuff with Jeezy. I think he had the Soul Survivor joint and stuff like that. So he was on like a real super gangster thing at the time. So, I mean, really, he was like, I don't make songs for women. I don't make songs for girls. Like, it's not gonna be about a chick. It's not gonna be nothing. Bring me some gangster shit. And I was like, cool, let me get that CD back real quick.
She got me doing the dishes. Anything she wants for some kisses.
Since then, T-Pain has had 46 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, with 15 top 10 hits and 3 number ones, including his features on tracks like Low.
Because I feel like when people listen to a song, you really participate with the parts that sound like it's a bunch of people doing it. Because it sounds like it's supposed to be a crowd, and those are the ones you stick the mic out in the crowd, and you know what I'm saying, everybody knows to say that part.
It was on songs like these where T-Pain established his trademark sound, thanks in part to his generous use of the audio processor, autotune.
Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. I'm T-Pain, you know me.
Autotune gave musicians the ability to distort and often correct the pitch of an artist's voice in a song. It had been used in hip-hop before, most notably on Tupac's 1995 track California Love featuring Roger Troutman and autotune OG. But T-Pain took it to the next level.
I can firmly say that nobody has looked into autotune the way I have. I studied autotune 2 years before I used it once. And I know it happened too fast. After I used it, niggas just started coming out of nowhere. I ain't even know it, ain't know it. Take the car here to the stage.
T-Pain's obsession with autotune vocals was actually inspired by a remix to J-Lo's 1999 track, If You Had My Love.
Yeah, I heard it on the Jennifer Lopez song. It was a Dark Child remix of If You Had My Love. And she only used it for a second in the whole thing.
yeah.
T-Pain had found the tone he was going for, and the results were clear.
My first album didn't have that much autotune on it. My second album was full of autotune.
Right.
Second album went double platinum.
Right.
First album still sitting at gold. I'm probably gonna keep doing this one.
But whether or not others in the music industry wanted to admit it, T-Pain's new autotune sound was heard on a range of other artists' projects, including Kanye West's 808s and Heartbreak in 2008.
I just helped him out and just, showed him how, what vibes and what feelings I had making my first album, and it kind of just migrated over to 808s and Heartbreak.
If people have a major problem with auto-tune or me singing or me getting my ideas out, then that's too bad.
And then Jay-Z released Death of Autotune in 2009.
Y'all niggas singing too much. Get back to rap, you T-Paining too much.
Hov wasn't clowning T-Pain's success. He was really telling the singer's copycats to be more original. But the public still turned on Pain despite so many other artists using his blueprint.
In all honesty, just like Kanye said, he just had a better marketing plan. He's like, you ain't marketed right, is what happened. So yeah, I'm like, hey, as long as I got something to do with it, I'm fine. I know in my heart where all this came from, man.
But now, nearly 10 years later, the tides have turned. And it's easy to see Pain's influence on pop music, as most rappers have tried their hand at carrying a digitized note. We've heard everyone from Snoop Dogg
I'm gonna take my time
to Travis Scott
Pick up the phone, baby.
to Future
I got used to this.
use some heavy autotune on their own tracks.
You know, more and more people started using it, so I was like, man, I'm not gonna stop first for sure. You ain't about to kick me out of my shit.
But besides the tools he used to distort his voice, what made T-Pain's hits even more noticeably different was his ability to transform from rapper to singer and everything in between.
When I switched over to singing, because I didn't want to follow the trend, I didn't want to do what everybody expected me to do. I wanted to just do my own thing.
Back in 2005, Rappa Ternt Sanga gave fans their very first taste of those skills and jump-started his place in music as an artist who could do both.
Now let me tell you a little story about this young rapper, man. See it from the start in his heart, he had a passion to sing.
Well, coming from Tallahassee at that time, if you were trying to sing when everybody else was trying to rap, you was soft. It was lost on everybody that I wanted to sing, especially looking how I did.
Today in hip-hop, there are countless artists who blur the line between rapping and singing, but T-Pain was undoubtedly one of the first.
I'm in love with a stripper. She climbing, she rolling, she rolling. She climbing that Paulin. I'm in love with a stripper.
And with such a wide range of characteristics that make T-Pain stand out, in the end, he wants to be remembered for one simple thing.
There will be many more of me, but I feel like I just want to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Just a good person.
For more on T-Pain's influence, check out his full Genius Level interview on our YouTube page. I'm Tia with Genius News, bringing you the meaning and the knowledge behind the music.